The Karnataka High Court came down hard on the Bengaluru police and questioned them as to why was Sunny Leone's New Year's event blocked.
The Honorable Court was fierce enough to ask the government and the police department a couple of questions as to how they can do this kind of a discrimination while the police have granted permission to the other events.
The police had denied permission for the event after a Karnataka fringe group, Karnataka Rakshana Vedike, protested and threatened to disrupt Sunny Leone's participation in a New Year's Eve party called Sunny Night in Bengaluru, New Year's Eve 2018, calling it vulgar and anti-tradition. The Karnataka Home Minister bowed down to the pressure and called for a traditional New Year's Eve celebrations.
Sunny Leone, I told our commissioner not to give permission for that. Let them do cultural activities, music or any other cultural activities or Bharatanatyam like that.
The Bengaluru police too denied permission for the event and had gone public saying that they can neither assure safety to Sunny Leone nor to the people attending the event. This led to Sunny Leone cancelling the event herself. So Mirror now asks, has Bollywood become an easy target? Why did the Karnataka government block Sunny Leone? Is this the new election funda of all poll-bound states to rake up Bollywood controversies for votes? And finally, will fringe dictate how India celebrates New Year's Eve? Let's debate. Well, thankfully, the Karnataka High Court has come down hard on the Karnataka government, asking why is it that the Bangalore police can't provide security to a New Year's Eve event? Are they discriminating this specific event because Sunny Leone is taking part in it? Or are they completely inept and they're not able to do their jobs? The Bangalore police will now have to respond, and there might be an option here for that event to be held, in which case Sunny Leone will come back to Bangalore. But we have to ask ourselves some very important questions. Is the government of Karnataka moral policing? Do they have the right to do so? Are they pinning the blame on the Bangalore police because they want to morally police the city? They want to stand with fringe elements that are demanding some sort of moral policing. And is this a trend now in every poll-bound state to side with the fringe in order to gain those votes? That's a question we're asking this evening. Kavita Reddy, spokesperson of the Congress, joins us right now representing the Karnataka government. Shyam Sundar is a senior advocate with the Karnataka High Court who is arguing the case on behalf of the organizers in court today. Munna Kumar Sharma, General Secretary of the Hindu Mahasabha. Sujay Kandawala, senior advocate here in Mumbai. Mr. Dharraj Vanjari is the former Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mumbai. Nasir Abdullah is an actor, and Jimmy Xavier, radio jockey, will join us through the course of the conversation. He hosts a show on Radio Mirchi in Bangalore every day. I welcome all of you to this conversation. I'm going to start with Mr. Shyam Sundar. Mr. Sundar, could you tell us what went on in court today? What were the judge's observations, and what questions were asked of the Karnataka government?
Of course, the petition was obviously complaining that though the application seeking permission for the event was filed by the organizers way back on 1st of December, they were keeping mum for a long time, and suddenly the responsible minister, if I can call them so, comes out with a statement that they are not going to permit this event for the reasons that there were some protests, that there appears to have been some protests that it's going to be a deterioration of culture if they permit this event, and the Home Minister said it openly in front of the media, and there was a direct denial by the police that they will not give permission, and this was the reason we went to the High Court today. And the first time, when the first half, when the matter was taken up in the High Court, the Honorable Court was very, very fierce at the police and the government, and did ask that when there are so many events that are already permitted in Bangalore, there have been score of events that are going to be held in the city, in a metropolitan like this, why is this discrimination being meted out to this particular event? And obviously the government in the first round had no voice, and they simply had to say that we have sought for some explanations which the organizers have to give, and the court wanted to know exactly what is the stand, and the matter was postponed for a few hours. The second round, when the matter was taken up, it was quite a shock for us. The Deputy Commissioner of Police comes and makes an appearance in the open court and very strenuously says that they have not permitted any event in Bangalore, where the reality remains that there are score of events are already permitted. And recording his statement, the court said that the application, the request has to be considered before 25th, and before 25th, if they are not going to consider, we are going to go back to the court and unveil the discrimination that's being meted out.
Let me bring in Kavita Reddy of the Congress party in Karnataka. Kavita Reddy, is the Bangalore police unable to provide security for its citizens?
Point number one, I think it's not about providing security for the citizens. There is issue with the 31st event. The Commissioner of Police as well as all the officers, keeping in view the law and order situation, keeping in view the events which is going to happen, and given the fact that it is 31st of December, it is going to be quite a strain for the entire Bangalore police. So keeping in mind the complete law and order situation, they have taken this particular step. Point number two, what the minister said is nothing to do with any fringe, because I don't think a person like the Home Minister, who is a very senior politician who have lived in the city of Bengaluru for all his life, he would make a statement like that, because we don't care about the fringe, what the fringe thinks. The issue is specifically on the law and order situation and the security issues. More than that, nothing else. 31st, even if Sunny Leone is not coming on 31st, if she comes any other day, she is more than welcome. We saw what happened in Kerala. There were so many people who just flocked in there to see her. If that situation happens in Bangalore, it will be difficult, because the entire city will be celebrating. The city is huge and vast now from one end to the other end. So it will be a strenuous thing for anybody. Practically speaking, I think this is what is something which is happening here. So keeping all this thing in, also the fact that most of these events, when it happens, at least 3 or 4 months back, they would take the permission, which has not happened. They were not even aware of this event a couple of weeks ago. So it is also a fact which I think needs to be discussed at this point in time. So there's no way anything to do with the fringe. It's purely a law and order decision which is taken by the Bengaluru police. I'm sure you will also understand many political rallies, many political events also do not get permission, keeping in certain aspects in mind, and this is no different when it comes to the law and order situation at this point in time.
So I have information that are 140 events that will take place in Bangalore on the 31st of December, on New Year's Eve, including DJ nights. They're already listed for ticket sales. So if the Bangalore police is given permission to 140 events, what is the problem with this one particular event?
You have raised a very valid point. Most of these events do not have a star. Most of these events are just regular events which is happening, which probably is very localized kind of an event, and which is not at this scale. But when you are considering the fact that what happened in Kerala, given the fact that you have a star performer who's going to come in,
so Kavita Reddy, no star can perform in Bangalore on the 31st of December.
Sunny Leone is not somebody who is just like a normal star. She is a star, and of course we have to keep
no star can perform in Bangalore on the 31st of December. So tomorrow, if Shah Rukh Khan decides to perform in Bangalore, you'll say no, I'm sorry, you have to be a no name or nobody. That's how we will. So are you encouraging small artists, or what are you doing? You're limiting people's ability to. Yes.
There is a clear change of opinions here. The minister before the media has made it very, very clear that it is a blow on the culture. That is the reason. These security reasons, the size of the event, the size of the celebrities coming, all these were never the utterances of the government, and I do not know why Madam is talking for the government. It is a law and order situation. The duty bound police have to take care. If the police are not taking care of the law and order situation, if the police are not able to manage the security, end of the day, why do they exist? Why do they exist?
Keeping in mind the conditions, keeping in mind the situation, the police has
all right, Kavita Reddy, you're saying the same thing over and over again. We've heard you out. Now let me bring in the rest of my panelists. Let me bring in the rest of my panelists. So what Kavita Reddy is effectively telling us is that no star can perform in Bangalore. So apparently the government of Bangalore has decided now to encourage independent artists who are not stars and give them platforms in the city of Bangalore, because they are not going to allow stars to perform. They're nervous, they're scared. Apparently the Bangalore police can't handle it at this point. My question is to Mr. Banjari. Dara Sahab, tell me this. Now I'm reading out, these are the people who've performed in Bangalore. Iron Maiden, Scorpions, Aerosmith, Metallica, A.R. Rahman, Shankar Ehsaan, Loy. All of these events happened in Bangalore. Apparently Sunny Leone too scary for the Bangalore police. Is that even a possibility? Does that seem like, or does it seem like the government is pinning this on the police at this point?
It is very unfortunate and lame excuses that star is coming and star is performing, that's why we are in pressure and law and order machinery won't be able to handle. These are all lame excuses they are taking. If that is not able to handle, it means they don't deserve to perform their duties. There is a law-bound duties, 149 CRPC and all other has given a lot of powers to police to handle and manage the thing, but not this way. This is what they are trying to do, a freedom versus law and order. Is the law and order situation becomes so high that somebody's freedom can be curtailed? No. The blunt answer is no, you just cannot do it. You have to protect the freedom of expression, their celebration. This is very lame and unfortunate. Mrs. Reddy was saying because he is a star and there will be a lot of pressure, then what for the police guys are meant for? Are they just a spectator? Are they just going and enjoying the show over there? They are supposed to maintain law and order in whatever the situation happens. And one point she said, which I would like to address, that the application made by the applicant was not in certain time limit. Let me tell you, there is no specification under the law anywhere that application should be made before so many days. There can be direction from commissioner, but there is no evidence here to say that commissioner has given that direction. I, being a cop, I want to tell you, this thing is totally ridiculous. Police is supposed to give permission, and if at all they dare to deny, they have to put their adequate reasonings, and I think that's why High Court of Karnataka asked the commissioner to file the report with these contentions that what are your reasoning, and if they are not coming with proper reasonings, let me tell you, the order of commissioner will be put down and court will allow the show. Then what law and order machinery will do? Do you want court's decision, court's order to perform your duties on the street? Is the law CRPC, IPC is not enough for you? This is a very sorry figure you are trying to bring in the public image. This is not good.
Before Sujay, I'm going to come straight to you, Sujay. Let me just point out to Kavita Reddy, Mr. Dhanraj Banjari is a very respected senior IPS officer. He was the Assistant Police Commissioner of the city of Mumbai. I would thank you to not interrupt him when he is making his point. Now, I'm going to play for Kavita Reddy's benefit the bite of the Home Minister of Karnataka one more time. Can we play that out, please?
This pro-Kannada activists who are saying that this particular event should not take place.
Sunny Leone, I told our commissioner not to give permission for that.
Why do you say that, sir? Why? What is the reason? How do you think that Sunny Leone's performance is spoiling Kannada culture?
Not like that. See, they have taken permission for a program. Let them do cultural programs or music or any other belongs to Kannada or Hindi or any language, any cultural programs.
So are you trying to say that you are planning to cancel the event?
I told not event they can do, not that event.
Okay, you don't want Sunny Leone to perform.
Everybody is opposing. Everybody is opposing.
So, but if you're allowing and supporting pro-Kannada activism, doesn't this mean you're emboldening them? You actually...
Not only Kannada activities, everybody is opposing. Everybody is opposing. Not only Kannada activists.
So one last question to you. You did of course tell that you do not want Sunny Leone's performance to happen here in Bengaluru.
No, not only Kannada Rakshana Vedike. Most of the people in our society, they are opposing, particularly that program.
But she was allowed to act in a Kannada movie as well. Is that okay, sir?
That is not the question. Not only our Kannada Rakshana Vedike, majority of our society people, they are opposing this night. Let them do cultural activities, music or any other cultural activities or Bharatanatyam like that, not this.
This was the 15th of December. The next day, the police commissioner held a press conference where he said he is denying permission to this particular event. I also want to bring your attention to the fact that Mr. Ramalinga Reddy said, our Kannada Rakshana Vedike, which is the fringe in question. Sujay Kantawala.
Yeah, in fact, he clearly endorses this organization, so therefore he supports their view, he supports their movement. And as a necessary corollary, he tells the police commissioner what to do. So therefore he interferes with an independent police function and puts his stamp over there. Now let me tell you, therefore this Sanskari brigade, the so-called, says that no, only if Sunny Leone performs Bharatnatyam or Kuchipudi, she'll be allowed. She goes to Gujarat, she has to do Garba. If she goes to Punjab, she has to do Bhangra. So where are we entering? Why are we Odisha? No, therefore on one hand you try to enforce your will upon, and all other events are held. Police is duty bound to provide law, provide security, and Mr. Mullah, who had come on your debate, former cop from Bangalore, said Karnataka police is extremely efficient.
Yes.
Till today we have seen to it that there is no law and order situation. And secondly, before I stop, what about the employment that this show is going to generate to other artists? There will be startups, there will be technicians, there will be caterers, there will be, and the entertainment tax, that the government is going to lose.
I want to ask you a very simple question, Sujay Kantawala. Is it Sunny Leone's fundamental right in this country to do her job as a performer as long as she's following the law?
Yes, she has not violated any law in India. There is no embargo on her. There is no lookout circular on her. The government has not barred her in any manner.
Is it my fundamental right and Jimmy Xavier's fundamental right and your fundamental right to go attend an event where Sunny Leone is performing? Can anyone stop any of you?
Yes. Now if I want to go to Bangalore and watch this event, I will not be able to go. Like all other Indians, if they want to go to Bangalore.
Absolutely. So what the government of Karnataka here is doing is playing to the galleries of their Nimma Kannada Rakshana Vedike, your Kannada Rakshana Vedike, and limiting the fundamental rights of the performers, of the organizers and the citizens. Let me point out to you very carefully. I want to bring in our other two panelists as well. Why is Bollywood? Why is Bollywood such a soft target all the time?
I have no clue, but actually about this matter, I accept that it will be posing a bit of a challenge for the police somewhere, because but it is their duty to protect. It is their duty to protect the beauty who will be performing. It is a challenge, but they need to work it out, whatever it is, because by law she's entitled to do this. The entertainment agency, whoever's handling it, they're allowed. So I understand it's a challenge, but it shouldn't be that big a challenge, you know. I know it'll be a bit of a headache because she's a sizzling star, so all these men might be going berserk. I don't know what that, but that is still not the point. The point is, by law, you have to organize the protection and the security. If you don't have enough of the police, import them from China. You know, it isn't
like
a big
everything
deal.
else. I
want to add one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Why are we presuming that the people of Karnataka are going to go berserk and are going to go wild? They can conduct themselves with in proper discipline.
No, but you know, I also want to point out, people in Kochi didn't go berserk either. They gathered on the street in a very peaceful manner, and we have footage to prove that.
We've seen Kama Sutra thousands of years back. Nothing new.
No. Jimmy Xavier hosts a very popular show on Radio Mirchi. Jimmy, how many big events happen in Bangalore? Let's talk about IPL events. What kind of an audience gathers for an IPL event? What kind of an audience gathers for an Iron Maiden concert in Bangalore or a Pink Floyd concert in Bangalore? This is, I mean, it's shocking for me to even hear the government say these things.
It's huge turnout. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
It's huge turnouts at the IPL. It's full for the matches, for the Iron Maiden concerts, for Metallica concerts. I've been to them myself. The crowds are massive. Some of them are badly controlled. Some of them are very well managed. that's a function of how good the event management company is and how well the police are helping the event management company. But this is very amusing. The fact that and silly as well, I think. The fact that a performer like Sunny Leone is coming here to perform, and on the one hand, you're saying that it's against culture, which is one part of an interview, and then you turn around and also say there is a law and order problem. Now, I don't know. I don't think the left hand is speaking to the right hand over here, and they know exactly what they should be saying. So they're just saying whatever is coming to their mind currently to just take care of the situation, and that's what I think is happening right now. For me, sitting on the sideline, it's amusing and heart-wrenching because I'm a Bangalorean, and to see something like this pan out the way it is, I mean, I spoke about it on my show as well. I'm wondering how have we reached this place? You know, where this is happening, and they're allowed to go ahead and, like the fringe activist group Karnataka Rakshana Vedike is allowed, this threatening mass suicide, like really mass suicide.
You know, to answer your question of how do we get to this point, Jimmy Xavier, because there's an election coming up in the state next year.
Yes,
that's how anybody gets to any of these points. This is all playing to the galleries before the elections. One more voice, very important voice. Munna Kumar Sharma ji, thank you for joining us, General Secretary of the Hindu Mahasabha. Munna ji, कर्नाटका गवर्नमेंट का कहना है कि ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम है, लेकिन कर्नाटका की जो होम मिनिस्टर है उन्होंने पहले ही कहा था कि कल्चरल प्रोग्राम कीजिए आप न्यू ईयर्स ईव. हम भी बात कर रहे थे इसके बारे में कल ही कि भरतनाट्यम का नहीं तो मतलब कोई सांस्कृतिक प्रोग्राम कीजिए, ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होनी चाहिए. आपका क्या राय है मुन्ना कुमार जी?
मैडम, कर्नाटका के गृह मंत्री ने जो कहा है वो बिल्कुल सही कहा है कि ये अगर कल्चरल प्रोग्राम करना है तो भरतनाट्यम किया जाए और कोई सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम किया जाए. लेकिन सनी लियोनी का जो प्रोग्राम है, सनी लियोनी का जो नृत्य है, वो भारत की संस्कृति के विपरीत है, भारत की संस्कृति को बर्बाद करने वाला है. और मैंने पहले भी आपके चैनल पर कहा है कि जो 31 दिसंबर का जो कार्यक्रम है वो हिंदुस्तान का नया वर्ष नहीं है, ये तो विदेशी नया वर्ष है, अंग्रेजों का नया वर्ष है. इसमें भारत की संस्कृति को बर्बाद करने के लिए किया ही जाता है. इसीलिए आयोजकों ने सनी लियोनी का कार्यक्रम रखा है. और जब वहां के गृह मंत्री कह रहे हैं कि कार्यक्रम नहीं होना चाहिए, वहां की पुलिस कह रही है कि हम परमिशन नहीं दे सकते, तो ये इसको जबरदस्ती आयोजित करवाना, भारत की संस्कृति को नुकसान पहुंचाना, कर्नाटक की संस्कृति
तो आपको लगता है मुन्ना जी, आपको लगता है मिस्टर शर्मा, आपको लगता है कि जो बेबी डॉल वाला जो गाना था सनी लियोनी का वो भारतीय संस्कृति नहीं है, तो फिर कहाँ से आया? बेबी डॉल करके गाना था सनी लियोनी का, अगर वो भारतीय नहीं है, इंडियन नहीं है, तो फिर मतलब कहाँ बनाया था? श्रीलंका में बनाया था? यूएस में तो नहीं बनाया था बेबी डॉल वाले गाने.
नया वर्ष है ही नहीं हिंदुस्तान का. 1 जनवरी हिंदुस्तान का नया वर्ष नहीं है, ये तो अंग्रेजों का नया वर्ष है.
जी, आप वहाँ के गृह मंत्री ने सही आदेश की बात कर रहे हो. आप वहाँ के पैसे कुंभ मेले में गए और जो बेचारी ओल्ड औरतों को वहाँ छोड़ के जाते हैं, कितनी को बचाई आपने? जितनी लड़कियों को चाइल्ड रेप हुआ है, कितने लोगों का कन्विक्शन आपने करवाया है प्रोसिक्यूशन को सहायता देकर? अपने कितने ऑर्फनेजेस गए आप? कितनी विडोज को हेल्प किया है आपने? क्या बात करते हो संस्कार की? आप थोड़ा बहुत पॉलिटिकल ऑप्टिकल इल्यूजन और माइलेज लेना चाहते हैं इसके लिए?
करते रहते हैं.
क्या बात करते?
संस्थाएं करती रहती है, सरकार करते रहती है.
अरे आपने क्या किया?
करता है उनका प्रोटेक्शन.
You know, I have a question for Kavita Reddy. If I may ask,
हम उनकी आवाज उठाते हैं.
ठीक है मुन्ना कुमार जी. I have a question for Kavita Reddy. Kavita Reddy, I completely. एक मिनट शर्मा जी. Kavita Reddy, I completely agree with you. The government in Karnataka and the police in Bangalore is completely inept and unable to do its job, and it's totally useless, which is what you're telling us, and I agree with you. Because
that's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. Please hear me out first. You are just unnecessarily putting words in my mouth.
All right, let me finish my question. Let me finish my question. Hear me out first. Hear me out first. Hear me out first. Okay, police has no such right. Police has no such right. It's police's job to give. No, you're not listening to my question. Let me finish my question. Kavita Reddy, calm down.
Let me finish
No, let me finish. I started first. Let me finish my question. I promise you it's a very interesting question. 1 month ago in Anekal in Bangalore, there was a 26-year-old who was gang raped by 6 men who she says today she can recognize. They gang raped her, they beat her, they broke both her legs, they broke one hip bone and her arm, they flung her against the road and they left her in a ditch naked and to die, where she stayed for 24 hours before she crawled on her elbows into a garbage dump, picked up clothes discarded by somebody else and then spent an entire day at a bus stop before someone from an NGO picked her up and took her to Bowring Hospital. Not a single arrest has been made after 1 month of those 6 people who made videos of the rape and were in a specific place she can identify. Now, either I can tell you that the Bangalore police is completely inept and useless because they have not made a single arrest, or you can tell me they are useless because they cannot provide security. Which of the two options do you think it is?
Priya, you are totally mixing two different issues. I come from the same village. I am from that particular place. Do not tell me that the arrests are not being made. Do not tell me that investigation is not happening. Point number 1. Point number 2. Xavier mentioned there are many concerts which happen. There's no doubt about it. IPL happens. No doubt about it. It is not happening on the 31st of December. That's the point we want to raise here. It is not happening on that particular day when we are at utmost strain. And every police in every part of this country has the right to decide whether it is possible or not possible, whether it is feasible or not feasible. I'm sure the cop, the senior cop who is sitting there will understand. What did they do about the fringe which is sitting there in a called the Shiv Sena? They didn't do anything about it. When they went on a rampage on the Valentine's Day, what did they do? Just kept quiet. So let us also talk about what happens in Mumbai for the same cop who is sitting out there. So please understand the fact this has nothing to do with any fringe. The fact of the matter remains is the police has the right to say yes or a no. That's all it matters.
No, it does not.
If it was media is coming on any other day,
Shyam Sundar, I just want to point out that the gang rape that happened the gang rape that happened 1 month ago did not happen on the 31st of December. So what is the police's case and what is their excuse then? Why did that gang rape happen? Why haven't they managed to pick up anybody? Why haven't they managed to arrest anybody? Are you telling me that on the 31st of December we should all stay in our homes because the police is not going to be able to do anything? Yelling over me is not going to help you, Kavita Reddy. You should calm down and make logical arguments. Shyam Sundar has a point to make. Mr. Sundar, I apologize for the screaming. Please go ahead.
On that 31st of December, we know what happened last year also.
No, you denied what happened last year. You denied what happened last year. You came onto this very show and you completely denied what happened last year. The Karnataka government said nothing happened.
No, not at all.
You said nothing happened. Shyam Sundar, go ahead. Said nothing happened. What are you afraid of? Shyam Sundar, go ahead.
There was a suno moto cognizance of it, and suno moto case was filed also.
Kavita Reddy, why don't you calm down a little bit? Calm down. Listen to Mr. Sundar. Mr. Sundar,
sticking to the subject, may I
Mr.
say
Sundar,
this?
go ahead.
Now, there appears to be a big confusion here. The police officers who came before the court today were obviously playing the entirely different record of the story. The Home Minister said it openly that he is not going to permit, the entire police department of the state is under him. He said it openly that he is not going to permit the event for the set of reasons whatever his premonitions are. Now secondly, today the police officer who made an appearance in the court was not clinging on to any of these reasons. They are having some reasons in the background and they are saying some reasons on the cover. Now the police officer who came today was simply saying that since we have not permitted any event in Bangalore, it is going to be, and we have also undertaken that we will maintain law and order in the city of Bangalore before a division bench in another case, and they also said that since there is some queries raised on the application, we are going to consider. Now Madam Kavita, who is sitting next to me, is batting too much for the government, which she has to do as a political representative. Now coming on the right side of it, now coming on the legal side of it, the police are meant to do their jobs of giving security. I fully endorse with the views. Now please allow me to say this, madam. Now if it is going to be the size of the event, size of the crowd that has to be controlled, number of places, I fully endorse with my learned friend who is on the panel. You please import people from outside. That is your lookout. If there is a law and order situation, you will have to take care of this. And moreover, The organizers of the event have not sought for the security cover at all. They have organized their own security. They are just seeking a police permission which is sought to be sought under law. That's it. Now my another learned friend who is sitting and saying the cultural ruination, that Sunny Leone's program is going to ruin the culture of the city of Bangalore or city of Karnataka. I being a Kannadiga, I being a person, I being a writer in Kannada, I say Karnataka culture is not that loose, that performance of an artist would ruin it. I am sorry to have this kind of views.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to ask Mr. Manjari and then you this question. Mr. Manjari, Kavita Reddy said the police has the right to deny permission to whomsoever it chooses. Is that true?
That is true, but with the reasoning. Let's give a proper reasoning. See, he's putting a half material before the channel. Police have the right, but police have to place for the reasons for that. As it has been rightly said that the person doesn't have any criminal record, the person doesn't have any bad no bad incident has happened in the past at that place, then where are the rights? Where are the reasons for police to cancel such permission? Are they doing it against the freedom of the citizens? So many people who are getting the work, so many people who are going for entertainment.
Sir, are you
and all
buying
that?
the argument that is being made right now by Kavita Reddy saying it's 31st, there'll be people out on the street celebrating, so we can't help it? Is that a good enough argument in your mind?
No, it is not. It is not a complete argument. This is a haphazard, degrading argument. It is the job of the police to control the situation, and every time the Bangalore police is most competent police, I would say. I am a police officer. I have many friends in Bangalore city police. They have controlled the situation in a worst ever scenario. They can do it. It is their job. It is their duty. But now these nonsense things are happening. Like somebody is saying Sanskriti ke thekedar. Yes, this should not happen here, this should not happen here, because it is Bharat ki Sanskriti and all that. Let me tell you, these politicians have conspired to degrade our law and order machinery.
And
police machinery is still on it.
Isn't it an insult, Mr. Manjari, to the police commissioner that he has to say, I don't have the ability to provide this security?
If police says that, there is ample provision to take extra force from CPU. In this country, we have central police organization, BSF, CRPF, CISF, ITBP, many central organizations are there. And when time comes, we take help of such central organization. Rather, they are meant for such kind of events. So they should take it. This is very lame. I really don't understand. What kind of argument this is?
The Bangalore police are completely competent. It is the politician, the Home Minister who has seen to it. He has said that I have commanded, I have directed the police commissioner who is under me. The police commissioner has no choice. He has to toe the line of his boss, who is the Home Minister. And therefore, what my learned colleague Mr. Shyam Sundar just said, and he has approached the High Court, I said, judiciary is the last bastion of hope in this country. They will teach these politicians the lesson and uphold the constitutional values. Our constitution is supreme. The right to perform, the right to practice your profession is supreme. It cannot be trammeled up by executive diktat like this on some assumptions and presumptions. Sanskar will, this will get spoiled. What about that item song where Sunny Leone acted in a Kannada movie? She has acted in a Kannada movie. That time what was the Home Minister and all these people doing? At that time they allowed that movie. They took the entertainment tax. They took the tax on ticket sales. That time they didn't say anything. So therefore I have full faith in the Karnataka High Court. They will quash this action of the police authorities.
Munna Kumar Sharma, go ahead.
You cannot force the police to give permission to every program. If police is not able to give protection, then how you can force the police to...
Nobody
मुन्ना कुमार शर्मा जी, आप अंग्रेजी में बोल रहे हो? ये तो वेस्टर्न लैंग्वेज है, आप अंग्रेजी में कैसे बोल रहे हो?
Protesting the program.
आपने कल बोला था कि आपको अंग्रेजी नहीं आती।
आप पुलिस को अनार्किस्ट क्यों बना रहा है? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि पुलिस कैन गो ऑन डिनाइंग।
पुलिस को जबरदस्ती आप नहीं बात कर सकते।
आप पुलिस के बारे में बात करें कि आप सरकार के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं?
सरकार कर रही है, कार्यक्रम होना नहीं चाहिए। पुलिस कर रही है।
शांत हो जाइए, शांत हो जाइए, शांत हो जाइए। मुन्ना कुमार जी,
ये कैसे संभव है?
नहीं, आप प्रश्न तो सुन लीजिए। एक मेरा पहला प्रश्न है, आपको आपको लॉ एंड ऑर्डर से अभी चिंतित हो रहे हैं कि आपको अभी संस्कार के बारे में चिंतित हो रहे हैं? और क्या आपको लगता है कि पुलिस को हमारे संस्कार की रक्षा करनी चाहिए? और लास्ट क्वेश्चन में, आपको अंग्रेजी आती है पूनम कुमार शर्मा? आपने तो कल बोला कि आपको नहीं आती।
हाँ आती है बताइए।
हाँ तो बताइए, न्यू ईयर मना सकते, न्यू ईयर नहीं मनानी चाहिए क्योंकि अंग्रेजी चीज होती है न्यू ईयर हमारा 1 जनवरी को, लेकिन आप तो अंग्रेज मतलब बोल ही रहे हैं, तो फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
मुन्ना
नहीं, अंग्रेजी जानने में कोई बुराई नहीं है, सारी भाषाओं का ज्ञान होना चाहिए, लेकिन जब पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन देने में समर्थ नहीं है, पुलिस कैन नॉट प्रोटेक्ट, पुलिस कैन नॉट गिव सिक्योरिटी इन द प्रोग्राम, देन हाउ यू
कैनॉट प्रोटेक्ट का मतलब क्या होता है? पुलिस कैनॉट प्रोटेक्ट, तो पुलिस को रिजाइन करनी चाहिए।
बहुत भारी संख्या में लोग विरोध करने सड़क पर उतर रहे हैं, सरकार कर रही है हम इसमें प्रोटेक्शन दे नहीं सकते, सिक्योरिटी दे नहीं सकते, लेकिन लोग जबरदस्ती कहते हैं कार्यक्रम की अनुमति दी जाए, ये कैसे संभव है बताइए?
डिबेट पर आप to Jimmy Xavier and Shyam Sundar and Kavita Reddy as citizens of Bangalore. Jimmy Xavier, I feel terrible. My heart is breaking that this is what Bangalore has come to. That the police cannot provide protection in the city of Bangalore. That knows many IT companies, this much hoo-ha about the fact that we're a cosmopolitan, modern city, city of the future. Come set up your companies here. Google and Facebook and all of these fancy companies, come make your IT capital here, do your startups here. We're so cool, but our police cannot protect you, Jimmy Xavier. What are we going to do now? Can Jimmy hear me? Jimmy, can you hear me? Yes, my question was to you. Go ahead.
For me?
Yes.
So I've been here for many years in Bangalore, and this is the first time, I think, as far as I remember, the last 15-20 years, that an event hasn't been given permission for. And it all started, I believe, as I've been following the story, it started with the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike saying that they would commit mass suicide, which then translated into a law and order situation, and of course the Home Minister saying what he did. This is it's very simply a function of wanting of getting a soft target, right? If there is a problem with culture, then I'd really like to know what this culture is that they're talking about, and if the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike is really a Karnataka Rakshana Vedike, then there are so many other serious issues to protest about rather than this one. This is floss. This is fluff. Someone's coming to perform over here. This is not anything to do with our culture at all. It's not going to destroy our culture. But there are other things that will. There are so many issues for Bangaloreans that are there right now that they can take up if they're really interested. But then that's too much hard work, I guess, for them. So they won't take that up. For example, just the state of the infrastructure in the city, a very serious issue. We're going into election very soon. How many of our candidates have criminal cases against them? Can we protest about that instead? Can we get the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike to protest about that? They won't, because it's just too much hard work. This is not a law and order thing at all. It started off somewhere with a fringe activist group raising an issue, and it became, like you said, it became a situation where people could use it because elections are just around the corner and play to the gallery. It's not a law and order situation, I feel.
I just want to ask this question. How many armed policemen are on VIP security in the state of Karnataka right now protecting our politicians? Can we ask our politicians to stay home on 31st night, at home with your families, lock your door, lock your gate, nobody will bother you because people actually want to have a good time, so nobody actually is going to come talk to you on 31st night.
And the Home Minister of the state has no security. He doesn't even have a protocol officer also. He doesn't have anybody.
What about the rest of the ministers?
He just goes all by himself in a car.
Come to
so
the
let's come to that point.
Can come to the concert, so the security with them will come to the concert, so there will be no problem.
Not to get into the debate. And Xavier, I just have to mention mention a point. Don't give so much importance for this Karnataka Rakshana Vedike. It is not. Don't give them so much importance.
Okay, Kavita Reddy. So does the government of Karnataka, led by the Congress party, completely condemn the Kannada Rakshana Vedike?
Absolutely. When many times we have, this is not the first
Once
time.
again, Kannada Lekshira, we'll upload it on social media. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Kannada ಹೇಳಿ that the Karnataka government...
This is purely to do with the law and order conditions. We saw what happened last year on 31st. There is a pressure on the Karnataka police. Will, if the same channel, if tomorrow if the permission is given without all these debates, if tomorrow an untoward incident happens on the 31st, you are challenging...
Of course we'll do, because that is my job and providing security is your job. And if I can't do my job, I'll quit and go. And if you can't do your job, you should quit and go.
If you will pick up that issue and you
Of
will
course I
say,
will.
why did you give permission?
Yes.
You would have done that.
Of course, I'm telling you I would have done it. I've done it in the past.
Women, so
No. So Kavita Reddy, I just want you to tell us in Kannada that the Kannada Rakshana Vedike is completely condemned by the Karnataka government. We will upload it on social media so that in case you think that the KVF is not watching this channel, then we'll make sure that they do find out that the Karnataka government does not support them.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧವಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಿಂದಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಯಾವ ಸಂಬಂಧನೂ ಇದು
Condemn ಮಾಡಿ madam, condemn ಮಾಡಿ.
Please upload it.
Alright, Shrikant on the phone line from Bangalore. Shrikant, go ahead. Shrikant, go ahead. V. Narayan on the phone line from Mumbai. Can you hear me? Please go ahead.
Shrikant on the phone line from Bangalore.
Alright, I'm just going to tell my producer to check those callers one more time. We'll come back to our panel. Shyam Sundar, and this is the problem. From the time the protest broke out onwards, the government of Karnataka has changed its reasons so many times. And I want to read out the various, and Shyam, I'm reading this from the Times of India. Home Minister Ramalinga Reddy, we have denied permission fearing law and order problems because pro-Kannada outfits are protesting. Also keeping in view directions of the Kannada High Court about a molestation case. This was one comment. A couple of days later, we've taken feedback from the Kochi police before denying decisions. The permission was not granted considering fans will go berserk. This is a completely different reason. Again, Mr. Ramalinga Reddy, I've instructed all authorities not to allow such events. Don't bring her here. People are opposed to her. Let them organize events of Kannada culture and literature, which is our heritage, which is a completely different reason. So obviously, the Karnataka government has backed itself into a corner here.
Certainly, we have very clearly have written in our petition itself that this is a case of clear derogation of women, this is a case of clear derogation of art. We are not talking in the air. We have got the visual evidence of the Home Minister of the state talking like this, particularly referring to a particular person, particularly showing his disliking towards a particular person. Now, if the alibi of law and order problem that something broke into a mayhem on last 31st and something went wrong in Kerala, something went wrong in a different place, these are all the lame excuses and reasons they are quoting. The real reason is, first they have expressed their clear opinion that they are not wanting Sunny Leone in Bangalore for the obvious reasons, whatever that was said by the Home Minister, and the entire police department being under the Home Minister directly. They do not go against the will and wish of the Home Minister. Now, if this is the case, the Commissioner of Police makes a public statement saying that they are not going to give permission. Today they have a different version before the court. They are saying today that we have raised certain queries, and what kind of the queries they are raising? They are giving us the queries saying that you please tell us whether have you paid entertainment tax or not. You please tell us have you taken power supply or not. You please tell us have you taken the parking facility or not. These are the clarifications they want. It's clearly the reasons what they are quoting on the skin to escape a liability. That's it. Now Madam Kavita is responsibly saying today that foreseeing a law and order situation, foreseeing the size of the event, foreseeing the crowd of the events that may happen on 31st, their police are trying to avoid these things. Now that's not correct. Number two, I endorse her views insofar as yes, there is going to be a crowding, there is going to be a lot of footfalls, but It is not this is not the sufficient reason to deny. It is their duty to provide. I am sorry, I have to disagree and blankly dissent with Matt saying that police have liberty to deny their permission. It is not their liberty as long as something is within the four corners of law. The constitution of the country lodges a duty upon them that they have to give permission. This kind of escapism is not permitted at all.
All right. I one question to Mr. Munna Kumar Sharma. Munna Kumar Sharma, आपने सुना कि पुलिस को ऐसी मतलब मना नहीं कर सकती किसी इवेंट को, if as long as it's legal. Munna Kumar Sharma.
देखिए, ये पुलिस को जानकारी है कि इसका बहुत बड़ा विरोध हो रहा है और इस कार्यक्रम को हम नहीं कर सकते, इसमें सुरक्षा नहीं दे सकते। इसलिए पुलिस वहाँ की जो स्थिति है उसको देख करके वो कह रही है कि परमिशन नहीं दे सकते। पूरी पिक्चर और वहाँ के गृह मंत्री साफ साफ कह रहे हैं कि ये हमारा कल्चर नहीं है।
विरोध हो रहा है तो यू शुड बी अरेस्टिंग द प्रोटेस्टर,
प्रिवेंटिव अरेस्ट करो।
तो आप वहाँ की सरकार को और पुलिस को आप जबरदस्ती नहीं फोर्स कर सकते कि इस कार्यक्रम को
जबरदस्ती फोर्स नहीं कर रहे हैं।
तस्करी का इश्यू है या पुलिस का इश्यू है? आप
लोगों के विरोध को देखते हुए पुलिस ने ऐसा डिसीजन लिया है, तो आप पुलिस से जबरदस्ती कैसे कर सकते हैं?
पुलिस हम जबरदस्ती नहीं कर रहे, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट पुलिस के साथ जबरदस्ती कर रही है।
हर कार्यक्रम पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन
at the end of the day, it's about using official means for moral police. This is effectively what's happening. The police is being misused, and the provisions are being misused to morally police the citizens of Bangalore.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, I know it's a headache to deal with it, but they're now apparently giving different new reasons about the power supply and this and the parking, etc. These are afterthoughts. They were not the main reason. They are being used as added reasons to sabotage the show, and I understand. And what better place to do it to but to a Bollywood star or to Bollywood, because as we have seen in the past few years that Bollywood is a soft target, and lo and behold, the best way to get your way and to get eyeballs and to get whatever else they want, they attack all this. And I don't know, I don't know how the Home Minister shows helplessness at being able to deal with the thing, plus he's adding the cultural aspect and the Sanskriti, and a gentleman here says that our culture will be destroyed. So much has been happening for New Year all along. Nothing has been actually destroyed. So these are all added excuses that I can think of.
Mr. I have a question for Mr. Vanjari. Mr. Vanjari, if I came up to you while you were still in office, who's shouting? If I came up to you while you were still in office and I said that there are about 30 or 40 characters on the street who are burning posters and saying that they will commit mass suicide, if Sunny Leone performs in the city, what action would you have taken?
I will immediately go for a preventive arrest. There is a provision under the law and I should go for it. I feel really pity for people like Munna who are saying you cannot force police. What is this statement? What he is talking about? You cannot force police means what? There is a judiciary. It's an independent democracy in the country. If police have decided something, there must be a reason for that. Now, somebody is saying that these are lame excuses, that whether traffic arrangement has been done or not, whether parking. These are all part of necessary procedure. And police commissioner, before endorsing the permission, must make it clear that all other permissions, there should not be any mishap on the electricity board, or there should not be any mishap in the accident on the road and all that traffic arrangement. These are all part of procedure. These cannot be the excuses, and there is a judiciary over it. If police is not performing their duties properly, where they are, I am an ex-cop, let me tell you, Bangalore police is still competent, but all these political factions have decided to make mockery of the police machinery and try to degrade the police machinery. Kindly do not do that. Police are sensible, they are doing it their duty because law is at place. And whether law has been taken proper course or not, remember there is a judiciary to control it. You cannot say that you cannot force police. Nobody is forcing police over here, Mr. Munna. Nobody is forcing police. But if police is not discharging or failing to discharge their responsibilities and duties, there is a court. Court will tomorrow justify the reasoning what commissioner has taken for banning the order. And if it is not, this order will be set aside. It is very sorrowful state.
And that would be
in
an
spite of
embarrassment.
Home Minister, there is a judicial command the police have to take. You should feel pity for the system of this country that you made mockery of the law and order system of the country.
And the court will scrutinize what are the reasons, because reasons are the life and blood of every order. You just can't have some hidden agenda and you just can't throw it at somebody. A citizen has approached the court and the court is going to look, and judicial review therefore is what we all hope
and the
for.
Karnataka government will have to answer that brilliant question that Dharat Sahab asked, which is, have you requested central forces? If you believe that the 31st of December is going to be a terrible night, which is interesting because the Karnataka government completely denied what happened on MG Road last year. If you think it's going to be a horrible night, have you requested for central forces? Have you requested for backup forces to come in from the central reserve forces so that you can control the night? What guarantee have you given the citizens of Bangalore that you are able to provide security?
And Mr. Shyam Sundar has said that they have their own personal private security. The organizers have taken all adequate precautions. They have seen to it that they are properly equipped with proper security. So they are well aware that they have brought an international star to perform for some time, because she is not going to be there for the whole event. There are going to be other local Kannada artists who are going to be performing. There will be some startups. There will be some other type of artists. So how are you going to deprive them of their opportunity to perform? You are therefore depriving them of their employment and therefore their constitutional rights. So therefore one has to see it from that angle also.
Right. I have A. Raman on the phone line from Mumbai. Mr. Raman, go ahead.
Please, like Supreme Court said in case of CBI, this police is a cage parrot of the government. That is the main problem. You should, bring in police reforms so that police become independent of this government. This is the problem throughout the country. All fringe elements, they generally resort to this, and the government takes cover under it.
The police is being used by political forces. Dayakar on the phone line from Delhi. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Hi, good evening to all.
Good evening. Yes, go ahead.
I want to say that it is a clear violation of fundamental right of Sunny Leone, where Article 19 guarantees to profess her profession, any profession. It is a clear violation of Constitution. Second point is, Bangalore, Karnataka today is called Silicon Valley of India. So what kind of message we are giving to the would-be companies who are trying to invest in Bangalore? So are we becoming any kind of rogue state in India they're trying to create? And my third point is, if the government cannot provide security to Sunny Leone, and there are many other celebrities who can gather more crowd than Sunny Leone. So will the Karnataka state government
ban everyone
from entering into the
our viewers are so intelligent. Avinash on the phone line from Bangalore. Avinash, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Avinash, we can hear you.
Well, the first thing I would like to say is actually for Kavita Reddy would be is that Congress. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. The thing is, this is actually Kavita Reddy. One thing would be is actually you all are showing the weakness of the government, that you all are not capable of handling any kind of event. That is one. And second thing would be is for Mona Sharma. I really just want to know from which state or which city he's from.
Mona Sharma actually lives in Noida, in UP.
Delhi. My neighbor.
Yes, your neighbor. All right. I'm taking this question back to Kavita Reddy. Kavita Reddy, has the government of Karnataka requested for Central Reserve Police forces as suggested by Mr. Dhanraj Vanjari before you threw your hands up and said you can't manage this event?
That discussion happened as and when it has. Let me also add to the point.
No, you haven't answered. I'm sorry, what does that mean, that discussion happened?
Let me just I think Avinash had a very important point.
Answer my question first. Have you requested for Central Police?
Very upright and a fine police officer. He is not somebody who is going to get into any kind of a pressure. And for your kind information also, the top cop in our state is a woman. So please don't kind of put this aspersion saying that okay, this is because Sunny Leone this is happening. No, it is not. I think I'm also a feminist. It's not about Sunny Leone. It's about the fact that 31st is we will be instrained, the police department will be instrained. I think that is the only point I would like to make.
Fair enough. So you are saying that on the 31st of December the police will be under tremendous strain. Have you requested for central police forces to come and assist?
That's what I told you. I upfront itself, in the first point I said that as and when that discussion has to happen, it will happen. I don't think so I can sit down and have a discussion on that because I'm not from the police department, nor do I take a decision on that.
If you're telling me...
Indirectly, Kavita madam, you are admitting that you have not approached the central police organization for additional help, and you are also admitting that the issue is in discussion.
So
it means that you can change the decision. Or if it is the court, give the order in favor of Sunny Level and the program, the commissioner has to do his duty, ma'am. I am only making a point. Try to understand. Kavita ma'am, try to understand. Police department is no more autonomous machinery of law and order in this country. It is working under the Home Ministry. It should take proper adequate orders from the Home Ministry, and Ministry, that is the state of governance, should have proper diligence to direct the administration of police. In spite of that, it is a very sorry affair. You also should feel pity for this, that police has to take direction from the judiciary. This is the main concern of today's debate. It should be like that.
We are not telling that. It is for the organizers to decide that.
I think we all know how that decision is going to go. If you go into court tomorrow and say you don't have the ability to keep the city safe and you haven't even requested for central forces. Mr. Shamsundar, I have this question for you. These are my notes that I have received from court. It said, when the judge asked the police, is there discrimination in giving permission to the Sunny Leone event because it's a Sunny Leone event? The police responded by saying that this year no permission has been given to organize any event in Bangalore. Is that true, Mr. Sundar? Is that what happened in court today?
It is very much true. It is very much true. The DCP one, Mr. Girish, who was present in the court, made this statement, but I was shocked to take that statement because I myself, being a Bangalorean, looking at the papers and page 3s every day, I myself know, I have a very clear information that hundreds of events are happening in Bangalore on that day. More than 40 to 50 daily excise licenses have been sold for serving liquor, especially on the eve of 31st. And when this is the case, I do not know why such a false statement was with so much of courage was made by the police officer in the open court, and the honorable court has placed his statement on the record.
Contempt of court.
It's going to be contempt. It's going to be contempt if the police permission is going to be denied for this event, and if the police are going to deny the permission for this event, quoting any reasons. We are very sure, we are very determined that we are going to place all the proof before the court that the number of events that happened in Bangalore, that has already been programmed in Bangalore and said to happen in Bangalore, and we are going to uncover this entire discrimination by the police by giving false and lame reasons that they are discriminating.
The disturbing fact is that to what extent the Home Minister has seen to it that the police machinery is dancing at his whims and fancies, to the extent of even lying in court. Now that is the shocking thing that is happening over there, that to what extent his Home Minister is going to see to it that somehow or the other this concert doesn't happen.
As a citizen of Bangalore, I have this question now for Kavita Reddy. According to what we've checked, and we've just checked on the internet for the number of events that are selling tickets for the 31st of December, my team counted 140 plus. I mean, they had to stop at some point. They said there are at least 140 events in Bangalore that are selling tickets right now. Can you please, for the benefit of our viewers who might be making plans in Bangalore, tell us, has the government not given or the police not given permission for any event in Bangalore? So effectively, has New Year's Eve been cancelled in Bangalore?
Point number one, I think what the police officer said is the scale to scale. For example, whatever...
No, there was nothing like that. I am sorry
that
I was present in the court. I argued the matter.
You were not in court.
Mr. Uday Holla argued the matter. There was nothing. If Madam Kavita is going to make up something which did not happen.
I am not. You are making it up. You are making it as an
No, okay, so I'll tell you what, Kavita Reddy, for your benefit, you must know that everything in court is written down and there is an official record.
Two different events. If there is an event of the same scale, please let us know. I don't think so
How
there
did
is
she
any
divide
event
the
of
scale
this
part?
particular scale.
What is on what?
Yes, Swomo to devise the scale part.
So with Kavita Reddy, no, so that's not my question. Kavita Reddy, everything that is said in court is actually written down by a court reporter. Everything is put on record. So you can't change your mind after you've said it. That's the first point. And Shyam Sundar was in court. You were not, from my understanding. Secondly, my question to you was, has the government of Karnataka cancelled New Year's Eve in Bangalore? Do we have to organize house parties?
Absolutely no. Absolutely no. We have not cancelled any events. We are not cancelling New Year celebrations. The fact of the matter is, Sunny Leone is welcome any time after the 31st or before. I'm sure
But not on 31st. I do not understand this. Why not? Why Sunny Leone has become a nightmare for Karnataka government?
There will be pressure on the police.
It can come on 30th. It can't come on 31st. It can't come on 31st.
I think, Kavita Reddy, with all due respect, I know that you currently are, given that your job is to defend the government, in an impossible situation. It is a difficult thing to do, to say that you're not going to organize this event because of lack of police when you have not requested for central police forces, which is what you should be doing if you foresee a problem. So I think so, you're in a difficult position. I empathize, I understand, it's a tough job.
We are not a security agency, please understand. It is about law and order situation, it's not about the police. When they themselves are saying that they have the security, still the police is not giving. The fact of the matter remains is, it can create a law and order situation. What happened in Kerala can also happen here. What happened on the 31st of December last year can also happen here. So we are cautious about it. We don't want our brand Bangalore to be spoiled.
No, brand Bangalore has taken enough beating in the last 40 minutes that you have been speaking, by the way.
It is not about Sunny Leone. It is about 31st of December. It is about the law and
Kavita
order
Reddy,
situation.
Kavita Reddy, can I tell you what you've done? May I please tell you what you've done to brand Bangalore or brand Bengaluru? Foaming lakes that are poisonous, that are poisoning the groundwater. Potholes, 60,000 potholes during the monsoon, which were considered and counted by the government to be killer potholes. People were falling in those potholes and dying.
I'll answer that.
Dengue and malaria and a mosquito problem, a garbage problem. Also apparently people who don't listen.
Coming to the lake, there are 56 lakes. Talk about the lakes which are revived. You're talking about Belenduru there, the lake which is next to that, which is Agara Lake, which is revived and it is beautiful. 56 lakes have been revived. Talk about the positivity also. Just don't talk about negativity, because I am a lake activist. I know how many lakes are getting revived today. So just don't talk about negativity about Bangalore. Talk about the positivity. You want proof? You come, I'll show you how many lakes have been revived.
You don't have to show me proof, Kavita Reddy. I am from Bangalore. It is my city. Nothing pains me more than to see what you're doing to that city right now.
You don't talk about Agara Lake. You don't talk about the Madiwala Lake. You
don't
don't talk
listen.
about the Somsundrapalli Lake. You don't talk about the lake.
Alright, I have run out of time. On that note, I have run out of time. I also want to bring to our audience's notice that Sunburn Festival in Pune has now come under some sort of cloud as well. There are protests erupting around Sunburn Festival in Pune. Unfortunately, we could always decide to have a house party and get together with your friends, but what happens to those people who organize these events, whose job it is to put together an event, who get the location, who pay the money, who book the stars, who get the sound system and do all of that? They're simply not allowed to do their jobs, and that is against the fundamental rights in this country. And the whole point of a fundamental right is that nobody can set your fundamental right aside. Not the fringe elements, not the government of the day, not the police of the day. Nobody can deny you a fundamental right. That is why it is called fundamental. I think the government of Karnataka has put itself in a very, very difficult position, because now the judiciary will have its say. And what will the government do if the judiciary tells them, go ahead with the event and provide the security? Are you going to turn around and say, we're not a security agency? Are you going to turn around and give the argument that you actually only want Bharatnatyam? Are you going to then prove that you did not lie in court when you said you've not given permission to the 140 other events that are selling tickets right now? If you're bigoted against one person, it's going to come out in the court of law. Thankfully for us as Indian citizens, we have a court of law. And the judiciary will always tell us what's right and wrong. Thanks for watching.